Not yet. Almost. All right. So there we go. Now we should be live. So welcome everybody. This is Secular Sekai with Tridents Against Tyrants, and it has been another crazy busy week. Constant travel, constant work. Always got stuff going on. But thank you for being here, everybody. And yeah, if you're just tuning in, please be sure to share the stream to a couple of different places so people know that we're live. And we will go ahead and jump right into it. So, for those of you who remember, uh, not was it last year? It was either last year or it might have been late 2023. But in the past, we had a discussion. We had an interview with Kíng-Bûn Hong, a good friend of the channel from Taiwan, and he is here with us again today. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hello, everybody.
All right. Oh, and also we were testing audio out, so if anyone hears any audio distortions or anything, definitely let us know. But we're we're 50% sure it should be okay. So, welcome. I see Mr. Spock, Mick Ashdown, Anna. See a few people in the chat. So, today we are speaking with Kingbun about civil defense work that he does. Excuse me, in Taiwan. So he is a member of a community organized civilian defense group. The name that they go by is the Formosan Guard. Formosa being a name for Taiwan from history, from the past. And yeah, so do you want to tell us a little bit about your group and what kind of work you do to uh, help Taiwanese people in case of emergencies?
Yeah, and my group, we trained the license from the Inner Affair Ministry. The license name Taiwan Disaster Relief Volunteer Volunteer Corps. So we train, for example, the basic uh, first aid techniques like tourniquet, how we operate tourniquet, and the bandage, CPR, AD, this stuff. And we provide the shelter training, shelter management training, and to plan the community planning for uh, disaster. Okay, so uh, we train the community, and we assuming there's a disaster coming, like the aircraft or typhoon or even war. It depends on the planning situation, and people will uh, group it and to plan how to react to this disaster, how to allocate the resources and the people to the position they should do.
Oh,
And yeah, that's how our organization doing here. And moreover, we also participate for some activities, exhibition for to teach people how to prepare their evacuation kits. And we design a board game, a board game um to teach people how to prepare their kits. May I share my screen?
oh yeah. I think I think you should be able to, but let me see because if you share it, hold on. If you share it in here, I don't know if it'll show up for the audience. Try sharing your screen and uh,
Okay,
we'll see if it
let
works or not.
me Let me share my screen. Is it work or not?
Okay, well, I can see it, but for the rest of the audience, ooh, I might have a way to make this work. Let me try this. Let me see if it'll show up. Because this will actually be good.
Or I can just show the.
Oh,
I can just show the like this.
oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, you had an infinite screen going for a second there. Now I can see that very well, and there's no issue. Now, let's see if this works. Oh, maybe it won't. Let's see. Oh, no, there it goes. Haha! Yes, I do know how to use this software. Kind of. All right, so there we go, and that should that should be visible for everybody. Oh, and before we keep going though, Kíng-Bûn is sharing his screen, and we're gonna take a look at what he wants to show us. But a big part of the stream today, as always, we still have our fundraiser, ongoing fundraiser for the 110th Mechanized Brigade, fighting in Ukraine. 110 FPV drones. Um, and we're at 5,151 hryvnia currently after withdrawals. Um, gonna have those. I know I need to put those up. This last week was just too busy. So right after our stream today, I'm going to be putting those up for our Ukraine fundraiser. So all of you have some video and some pictures to see of that for the work we've done there. But for Kíng-Bûn's fundraiser, you'll notice there's another bar here, and I'm going to have the donation link ready for that very soon. um, this is for radios. Radios for his civil defense unit, and we will get into more details about that soon. But for now, yeah, I guess we've got it up on the screen. What do you want to show us on your screen, Kíng-Bûn?
Yeah. So these are the resource cards for the board game. This is chocolate, and we translate into Taiwanese the language. Yeah, so there's some Romanized part and some Hanji part. If somebody know Taiwanese, and we you can have these resource cards and to react for the situation card. So let me check the situation card.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm going to add, for everybody who's joining, I'm going to add to the
Let me change
oh,
my yeah, yeah. So once you have, can you see that?
yes.
Okay. So once you have the situation card and you have several resources card,
Oh.
and if you don't have those the thing that you need in this situation, you will lose some points.
Mm.
So we use this board game to combine with our lecture, our kids preparing lecture to
Okay.
teach people how to prepare their kit. And although the situation we designed for earthquake,
Mm-hmm.
and because it's easier to marketing in in the school, especially in school. Yeah. So I mean, most of people don't want kids to face realize they're facing war in a
Yeah.
school. Yeah. But the survival things, the survival kids are almost the same,
Yeah.
no matter in war or earthquake, when you evacuated from your house. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So
exactly.
yeah, let's listen. So uh we did it in several foundations training their employees, and we also did it in the exhibition related to disaster relief issue. And kids love this. So when the kids stay online for this game and waiting, and we can talk to their parents to join our disaster relief licensing training, so they can have this advanced contact for us for this issue. Yeah, so that's what we did in last year. Yeah, yeah, and we will keep continuing and seeing some uh, innovation uh, pathway to develop to many more have more influence, have more influence. Yes, yes.
Okay, very good. So, I guess next thing I'll ask is before we keep going on, more detail about the situation in Taiwan and the reason why you have your civil defense group and we're doing this fundraiser today. Um, what can you tell us about well about the fundraiser, about the the radios that we're going to be getting for the Formosan Guard?
Yeah. Um, due to the current communication vehicles, we also most of us use smartphones and rely on the 4G, 5G internet, mobile internet. And it will be understandable when the invasion comes, all of this communication will shut down or being impact very soon. And when you face that situation, you need like some communication methods uh, between your local local organized group. Yeah, yeah, like the police, the firefighters, the hospital, even the army. Yeah, so you need
Right,
radios.
right.
That's very obvious reason. And
So, so
most of uh for Taiwan industry, like normal industry, the radio is not very popular. I mean, it's not. But the only industry like using radio regularly is the taxi driver.
hmm,
They are still using. So yeah, maybe they will have
some role.
some role for during the invasion. I
uh,
mean, they have vehicles,
emergent
they can drive. They
emergency
have organized group with radio,
taxis.
and they are
Yeah.
very used to it. They usually use it to chat or to call. Like if anyone has the client
Hmm.
to pick up something like that.
So
Yeah,
yeah. So excuse me. Very interesting. So yeah, taxis as possible emergency uh, defense vehicles.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah. So basically, for I'm sure most everyone watching would understand that. Um, This is in reference to the possibility of a Chinese invasion of Taiwan. Uh, but yeah, these radios, they would be very invaluable just to be able to maintain communications with various different groups in case of an invasion. Because one of the first things that would happen in a Chinese invasion of the island would be cutting off communications, cutting off internet, uh, blocking signals, making it so cell phones don't work, laptops, probably projecting signals from China to have propaganda or other messages um, being blasted at the island. So things of this nature. That's why having good tools to maintain autonomous, secure communication, encrypted communication, including encrypted radio signals, it's very, very important. All right. Now then, let's see.
Yeah,
Uh,
and the radio we select is uh, several different local civil defense group. They use similar equipped. Yeah.
okay. Perfect. So, uh, now, do you have some of the? I think you had an image or the website. Can you share that on your screen for the types of radios?
Okay. Let me translate to English.
Oh, we have a question from Mitch
Yep.
Ashdown. Is the L is the let and phone dependent on the undersea cables? So yeah, I think I don't know what let is, but he's asking if phones and other signals. Oh, message was retracted. But yeah, I guess undersea cables.
It doesn't.
Hmm.
It doesn't translate.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't translate. Let me let me use another one.
Okay. Is the net for okay, are networks that are local in Taiwan dependent on undersea cables? I don't think a lot of local networks, intranets and radio networks, things like that are dependent on those undersea cables. But internet to the outside world, connection to the outside world is dependent on them very much, but not on the island itself.
Yeah, yeah. I found one.
Oh,
Found.
oh, here we go. Is the internet for locals dependent?
Yeah,
There were
yeah.
typos. Yeah, okay, yeah. So basically, yes, Mitch Ashdown, internet for locals is dependent on the undersea cables, but local intranets that can be set up across the island or not. Which that reminds me, one of these days when I'm not busy dealing with all the problems in my own country, you and I need to talk and see about some of those options we talked about, I think 2 years ago for intranet. But anyway, so yeah, as you can see on the screen, everyone, MTS 98X7VU 10-watt high-power dual-band radio walkie-talkies, Type C battery. They're waterproof. Uh, I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. Wide and narrow band selection. Does low voltage warning? Channel frequency mode and storage mode. Does it happen to have any mention of the encryption quality on these models?
Mm, what what mode?
Oh well, encryption to make sure that the signal is not as easy.
Okay, if we use that encryption, we will it will be way more expensive.
Oh yeah, no, we
Yeah,
completely.
I mean, it's fine for them to hear our. I mean, it's simple one, so
Well,
it just rescue stuff.
oh, I
Yeah,
see. I gotcha. I
yeah, yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
For search and rescue stuff. Okay. Okay. All right. But these are the models that we'll be getting for the Civil Defense Force. Um, and now let's go ahead and jump into a few more topics. Specifically, we had a few things related to. Let me pull it up. Uh, okay. We've got one thing from X. I'll go ahead and open it and share my screen. So let me stop sharing this. Yeah, and connect this. No, not window. Hold on. Let me get my display so I can show this properly. That's annoying. Oh well. Either way, works just fine. So let me share this from, and I'm not using X anymore, but thankfully, this particular post we are able to see, even if I'm not logged into an account. Yeah, alright, so this will just cover us for 1 sec. But from over the past year, Taiwan documented 5,111 PLA sorties with 3,075 reaching the median line into its ADIZ alongside 114 balloon flights. This end of the year visual captures Beijing's persistent military coercion directed at Taipei throughout 2024, People's Liberation Army activity around Taiwan throughout the year of 2024. As you can see, it has been increasing. There is real concern, especially with so many other things happening around the world. The war in Ukraine is happening still. Uh, there is honestly political dysfunction in the United States. That is a concern about response time. And so this is the reason why preparing for the possibility of it could be an earthquake or it could be an invasion from China, but being prepared for crisis situations is crucial because yeah, it's something that is it continues to be an issue that the people of Taiwan face on a daily basis. So, all right. Uh, Now full context. Let's see here. Total air incursions were 5,111 in 2024. They were 1,714 in 2023. About the same in 2022. 972 in 2021 and 380 in 2020. So, as you can see, it has been steadily increasing, and yeah, there has been more activity preparing for an invasion, literally just rehearsing an invasion. So, this is something that a lot of people have been, I would say, a lot of Americans, especially with everything else happening in the world, have not had a lot of time to spend a lot of, put a lot of attention onto or be involved in trying to help with. And that's the reason we're doing our fundraiser today, in order to empower people in Taiwan to take their own preparations for defending themselves and caring for one another into their own hands. So, let's open up a news article on the topic right quick. All right. And let me make this, well, do I need to make this smaller? Hold on. Do I need to put this in reader mode? Let me see. Oh, also, I just realized something. Was in such a hurry getting everything set up. I think my audio settings are still, yep. Okay, I was probably pretty quiet up until now. Hopefully hopefully I'm not as quiet now. Because last time I was on the shills, my sound settings were still affected by, yeah, by that bug that keeps happening. On laptop now, so my normal, okay. Okay, let's see here. Shoot, I hope my audio was good, because we had more people here a moment ago. I'm wondering if my audio was just too quiet so people couldn't hear me. But Yeah. Okay, it was a little quiet. My Shashdown confirmed it. Yeah. I know my sound settings. I know my sound settings. But I also know I have to keep, you know, something going when we're in the middle of in the middle of a stream. All right, now then. What's next? I'm going to go ahead and share the screen again to show you all this. And cable cut near China raises gray zone concerns again. All right, Taiwan's digital infrastructure faced challenges again as two submarine cables connecting Taiwan and the Matsu Islands were completely severed on January 22nd, marking the latest in a series of disruptions that highlight the vulnerability of critical communication networks in the region. The Ministry of Digital Affairs, MODA, confirmed the outage occurred at approximately 5 a.m. local time, triggering the immediate deployment of backup systems including microwave transmission and satellite communications. The incident affects the Taiwan Matsu number 2 and number 3 cables, crucial lifelines for the offshore archipelago's digital connectivity. Initial intelligence, including Coast Guard radar playback and Chunghua Telecom's monitoring systems, shows no suspicious vessels near the damaged cables, a MODA official said. Preliminary assessment suggests natural degradation as the primary cause. Chunghua Telecom, Taiwan's leading telecommunications provider, expects repairs to be completed by the end of February. Weather permitting, the company has activated a robust backup network, including an upgraded microwave system. So basically, oh, and let me put this article in the chat for everyone watching who is interested to read more. Oh, there we go. Yep, I increased my volume and I think people are a little happier now. um, but for everyone who's just joining us, welcome. All right. So Eutelsat OneWeb, which operates 8 of the 9 backup satellites currently serving the Matsu region, emphasized the critical role of satellite communications in emergency response. Uh, Basically, this article is telling us that whether it be these undersea cables or the signal from satellite technology, there is a potential for either of these to be affected and cut off at any time in an emergency, whether it's a natural disaster or it's
It
intentional.
can't be natural disaster
Well,
for two cables being cut
this is
in
true.
one time.
Exactly. Or much more likely intentional. So
I think it's submarine because we can't find the vehicles.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
which means hide it under the sea.
Well, and even right here, it says the ministry is currently overseeing the construction of the Taiwan Matsu number 4 submarine cable. So, I mean, they even just to put the cables down there, they're using submarines. So it makes sense if someone were going to cut them, they would have to go down there.
And
Yeah.
in January,
Uh-huh.
in this year, just a month passed by, it have happened 3 times.
Oh,
The cable
wow.
cut happened 3 times, and in last year only 4 times.
Oh,
So the frequency is increasing.
oh, wow. Oh,
In
and
the last total year, only 4 times for the cutting, and in this year, in the first month, there has been 3.
oh, wow. Sorry if we had a little bit of. Yep, there we go. Sorry. I opened up when I was sharing the window. We had double audio. Okay. Is there still an echo, everybody? Better? Okay, better. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot that some of these tools that I have, they've got extra audio attached to them, and so I had to mute that. But all right. Anyway, let me stop sharing the screen. So tell us a little bit then about what preparations are being made and what concerns there might be for civilians if cables are cut, if communications are cut by the Chinese military.
You mean what should we prepare?
Yeah, exactly. In the case of that scenario, how should you prepare for that?
Yeah, from I understand that there are 9 cables or 12 cables
Hmm.
that for the internet from Taiwan to the world, and these two are in Mazu, which is not it's under Taiwan government's control, but it's not near to Taiwan in any sense. So, um, like Mazu and Kíng-Bûn is the two islands near the mainland China,
Hmm.
near China. So they are traditionally Chinese territory, legitimate by ROC, Republic of China government. They have different people, different history, uh, like between Taiwan and Penghu.
Hmm.
So yeah, so in geography, it will be understandable that there will be target. There will be target.
Mm.
They are they are like uh, the Donbass in Ukraine. Like people are Chinese people, and they are very near to China, and they are not identify themselves as Taiwanese.
Mm.
So, uh, although they how to say although their Chinese identity can't protect their submarine cables.
Huh. Yeah, gotcha.
It's like how Donbass Russian identity can't protect their home.
Right. Well, I guess, that's a good way to segue into the topic of Taiwan and Ukraine, because I know there's a lot of differences, but a lot of very big similarities also. So, um, when it comes to just like how Russia invaded uh, invaded Ukraine, China and its motivations for wanting to invade Taiwan. But, I mean, there's a lot. We could sit here for hours talking about this topic, but some of a lot of it is based off of history or Chinese interpretations of history. A lot of it's based off of geopolitics, resources, military base positions, and you know, being able to defend trade routes, things like that. What do you think are maybe the three biggest reasons you think that China wants to invade Taiwan?
Oh, three big reasons they want to invade Taiwan. Hmm. The first is the Republic of China government still in Taiwan, and they are um the how to say they are in the San Francisco Treaty system, which means the ROC government they they won the World War II, so they inherit the rights, uh, many rights in Taiwan, in Penghu, and those in East Asia. But the PRC established after World War II, so they are not in this system. So they want to inherit that.
Hmm.
Yeah, so the first reason is they must destroy the Republic of China. And we Taiwanese also want to, but they they don't want to cooperate with us. They want to invade Taiwan.
Right.
So the second reason is why they want the island, because they want to break through the United States first island trend strategy. They want to go into the Pacific Ocean and to have their hegemony in this area.
Mm.
And the last reason is that why they need regional hegemony, because the ideology of communism has failed. Um, After I think is 1980, near 1990,
Mm-hmm.
and in that period, communism is not in a very good was not in very good position. Then the East Europe become democratized,
Mm-hmm.
and the Soviet Union collapsed. Then the China cooperate with United States in the trade
Mm-hmm.
for the trade, and then yeah. So after that time, communism doesn't make sense to everyone. So PRC need another le- legitimacy to legitimate themselves. So they use the Chinese nationalism, which is decided by the Republic of China. It's funny.
Yeah.
So um, um, because for communism they are internationalism. They don't believe in nationalism before, but now the communism failed, so they turned into nationalism. Although it's still uh, ruled by CCP, so it's very in a very ambiguous situation now for the PRC.
Yeah.
So they need to accomplish this nationalism myth. So they have to, because they in their history for the Chinese nationalism, they believe in the most of the history, China is a great power of the region, and only in few hundred years, because of the corrupted Manchurian government, Qing dynasty, and uh, and the evil imperialism powers, they ruin China in these 200 years, something like that. They believe things like that. So they want to recover their status
So
of the world geopolitics.
so it's kind of the way you mentioned how a big part of it is nationalism, and they want to recover what they feel is theirs, and heal from kind of an embarrassment from the past. It reminds me a lot of like for example, the well, right now it reminds me of Russia trying to take back what it thinks is it belongs to Russia from the Soviet Union or the Russian Empire
Yeah.
times, or like in World War II. It reminds me of Germany because a lot of what Germany was doing was trying to. I mean, it went beyond just taking things that they felt like these used to be our territories. Eventually, they just started pushing everywhere, but that was also part of why their nationalism became so horrible and they were invading so many people. So, would you say very much like the Russian Federation today, or like Nazi Germany in World War II, an obsession with the past is part of what drives the Chinese Communist Party?
Well, they have to through this way for sacrifice for this unreasonable myth due to the CCP that doesn't collapse. They don't, because obviously communists operates many peoples,
Hmm.
most of population in that country, and and after the 1990s, they want to cooperate with those people that they oppressed before.
Mm.
Yeah, like the landlord class, the merchant class, during the like before the PRC region. So
Mhm.
they want to cooperate with them to unite like China, the nation. So they need this nationalism as reason and and the vision of the empire, the future empire, to let them tolerate CCP keep their interest by their own, not released with them, not
Mhm.
recovery, not transitional justice. Yeah, yeah.
Mm. Okay, that I gotcha.
So this is why many uh, Chinese nationalists like the Kuomintang in Taiwan or in China, there are many Chinese. They escaped China from PRC. They afraid them after the Civil War,
Mhm.
and now they are pro China now. They are pro CCP now. That's why, because they change their dialogue, they change their story,
Mm.
because these people believe that is CCP surrendering their ideology,
Oh, really?
so they can happily surrendering their body to CCP.
I see. So,
That's their logic. I mean, I know it's ridiculous that they just change the story and you fucking surrendering them and
mm,
forget how they operate your ancestors, how they grasp your land and kill your family.
mm,
But yeah, that's how it happened. They
gotcha.
want China be empire, no matter who rules it.
Mm, I see. No, that makes a lot of sense. And really that's the way that empire building goes a lot of the time. It's all about lies and about power, being able to convince people to yeah, being able to convince people. It doesn't matter if it's communism or if
And they
it's
believe they will be privileged when Chinese empire established.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, and I think I don't want to take this to let me
So these
ask
are the three reasons why they have to attack Taiwan, invade Taiwan to accomplish this thing.
well, let me ask you this. Do you feel like because we talk about this on the Ukraine streams a lot, in Ukraine where there's also like uh an ethnic supremacist part of it where a lot of the fighting, a lot of the planning, a lot of the obsession over taking over Ukraine comes from leaders in Moscow, many of whom are ethnically ethnically Russian, but there are many ethnicities in Russia. Do you think that this is more of a national civic level, like it's equal all across China, all the different ethnicities of China, the feeling toward Taiwan, or do you feel like it's something that comes from leaders in Beijing from one particular group, like the Han ethnic group or any other group? I guess what I'm asking is,
I
hmm
mean,
hmm
most of populations, they are not
hmm
used to political lives,
mm,
so they will just following what the propaganda goes.
gotcha. So
Yeah.
it's more of a government level thing. It's not like with Russia where there's a an
And the
obsession.
CCP members, they understand this thing is for keeping their region and their interest.
Okay, I understand.
They very clearly understand and support it.
I
Yeah,
see.
I have been study abroad in Germany before. There are many Chinese people there. I
hmm
talk with them, and yeah, they are very in clear mind.
Okay. Oh, let's continue, but let's do this. Do you have another article from the list that you sent me? I think the next one was about Focus Taiwan, ex-general indicted for planning armed overthrow of the government.
Um, you mean
Oh,
which one?
the one that was
The budget cuts, or
no, it was here, I'll send it to you in I'll send it to you right now. That one right there.
oh, this
Yeah.
the spy.
Yeah, the spy. Let's do
So
this. Let me
yep.
let me share. Okay, so now you should be able to share your screen again so everyone can see it.
Oh, so I share the news, right?
Yeah, if you want to talk about this news,
Yes, yes,
I'm going to
yes.
get my charger for my computer, and I will be right back. So if you want to,
Yeah, I have shared.
uh-huh. Okay, perfect. Yes, it is shared. All right. So let me make it a little bit bigger. Hold on. And where are you? Come on, there you are. There. That way everyone can read it. Okay, so I will be right back, and I'll let you talk about this a little to let people know some of the things that are happening right now that they should know about both Taiwan and China and current events. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Uh, what did I miss?
No.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I thought that you were. I'm sorry. I was saying I needed to step away for a moment. I was gonna let you explain this news to everyone.
Ah, I'm sorry. I don't get it.
No, you're good. I'm sorry. I thought you.
Okay, okay,
I'm.
okay. Let me do this. Let me do this.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought.
Okay. So this is for the spy in Taiwan, who is want to overthrow the government planning armed overthrow. And I'm I'm personally not affected, but I there is a spy who contact me, not person, but in group. Okay, so in January 22, Taiwan High uh, Prosecutor Office said Wednesday that former Taiwanese general and five other have been indicted
Indicted.
for
Indicted.
indicted for allegedly accepting funds from Chinese Communist Party to assist in overthrowing Taiwan's government. So in the news release, the office said that retired Army Major General Gao Ango from a pro-unification group called the Republic of China Taiwan Military Government that planned to act as armed collaborators in the event and of an invasion by China.
You know what
The
that?
group received funds around 9
Wow.
million, very good from China, which they sought to use to establish armed units. 9 million, maybe too few,
Right.
few
Uh,
of money.
yeah, 9, 10 million new Taiwanese dollars is not
It's
enough.
not much.
No, it's not.
But was indicted by on Monday for violating Articles 2 and 7 of Taiwan's National Security Act, alongside his friend Liu, two retired soldiers named Zhang and Chiu, and two other men named Chen and Hao.
Mm.
Okay, so the spy named Zhang is the one who contact the civil defense groups. He is the military, not military, but like the vest, the
Vest.
how
Bulletproof
to
vest?
say, bulletproof
Oh,
vest. Yeah,
well, he was.
he's a manufacturer for the equipped, the
Oh.
defense equipped.
Wait, so
Like
you
yeah,
mean just personally, or he has a company that sells them?
he has a company who manufacture it. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Interesting.
so he holds workshop with this civil defense group in Taiwan and promise help them to design the product they need so they can contact these people. They can know who you are and how much people you have,
I see.
so they
Okay.
can have the list. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. So when he was arrested, we are shocked.
Yeah, I can imagine. So you personally spoke with him?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Wow. So let me ask you this: this group that he was part of, the so-called Republic of China Taiwan military government. So it was a pro-unification group, and I know, you know, the flag, and I know it's a controversial flag, but the flag of the Republic of China government on Taiwan is almost not almost identical. It is identical to a small political party, to a small, because there's only one political party that matters, and that's the Chinese Communist Party in China. But then they have a lot of people don't know, but they have small, throwaway parties that just exist for symbolic reasons, kind of like Russia. And there's one that has the exact same flag as the Republic of China government. So do you think that trying to infiltrate, trying to collaborate with some of the small nationalist civilian groups in Taiwan might be a strategy Taiwan wants to use? Groups that say they really hate China or don't like China, but they're not fond of the current government in Taiwan either? I could be overthinking it, but do you think that that might be part of what happened here with the spy?
You mean the CCP found Taiwan government? What do you mean?
Oh, I mean, like, so his group wasn't with the government. It was just a small group that called itself the Republic of China Military Government, correct?
Yeah, yeah,
So,
I know this group.
yeah. So, what I was asking is, are they a very that group? Are they a normal group, or are they very extreme or very nationalist for Taiwan?
They are just few of them, very few of them.
Oh, there's very few of them. Okay, so they're a very small group.
We believe they established Eastbu to have some funds by the Chinese government,
Okay, so it
and they
was, yeah,
succeed. They
yeah,
succeed. Good
gotcha.
for them.
Oh, and oh, hey, we got a donation. So we got $30. So thank you, whoever donated. Um, and I forgot to mention it's pinned in the chat and it's in the description of the video. As always, there's the shoot, I also need to include, as always, we have the link for donations to Ukrainian soldiers, but the donations for radios are in the chat and in the description today too. Let me go get the link for Ukrainian soldiers real fast. I had to run to get to this stream after another meeting today. So apologies. But anyway, okay. So as of now, that spy, I'm assuming he's been arrested. So what what charges does he face right now?
I mean, 10 years in
10
jail
years?
probably
Oh wow. Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely.
for him personally,
Yeah.
but it will take a while.
It'll take a while. Oh,
Yeah,
to go
yeah, yeah.
to
The judicial system is not very fast.
Oh, I see. It's a very slow system.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, let's see here.
There are many different groups like his group, but probably he goes too further
Right.
because there are many like cultural or academic like interaction between Taiwan
Mhm.
and China,
Mhm.
and they will found your like if you if me as a young who want to go to China, and they will buy the tickets, they will buy
Mhm.
the hotel, and pick me to many places to travel for free.
Yeah.
If I introduce more Taiwanese people to there, and I can get few money from
Mm.
from the for the introduction.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are many different kind of this thing. Yeah, it is quite openly. They openly inviting people go to China,
I see.
and many people establish companies or some association to take money from them.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So, do you think
But they don't really have real influence.
right, they're
We
just
think it's fraud. I mean, they are they are fraud the Chinese government's money.
they're a fraud. It's just they're frauds.
Yeah, because there are many different agency in China,
Mhm.
and they may not uh, they may not be very how to say mm, in their central position. There might be just the local government department agency, They want
Ah.
to do some work for they need some paperwork. So few of them will spend money for these like interaction events.
Mm-hmm.
So they may have this chance to grasp their money.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
let's shift to a new topic right quick. I know we talked a little bit about military threats, the undersea cable disruptions, the fundraiser. Uh, now, the opposition party cut 7% of the budget. Uh, so was that affecting uh, defense spending as well? I believe that that happened recently. Is that correct?
Yes. They cut the opposition cuts most of the government's budget, no matter in military, in medical, in education, in all of it.
Mm,
They want to paralyze this government.
I see. So,
This is the real issue,
mhm,
rather than those small groups,
mm. Oh,
small spy groups.
we have
Yeah.
a few questions here. Oh, Mitch Ashdown asks, our he was curious about the big reasons why China wants to invade Taiwan. Are computer chips, are semiconductor chips, a big part of it.
They will not success because those machines are designed and manufactured and made by United States, and they have been controlled. If Taiwan was invaded, those machines will shut down
Mm.
and useless.
And it would badly harm the economies of the United States and China.
Well, I mean, if the invasion comes, the economy will not be big deal for people's mind.
Yeah, no, exactly, exactly. Well, I
Yeah,
mean, look,
but
look.
they
Mhm.
can't. China can't just grab Taiwan and take the chip manufacturer in Taiwan. They can't do that.
Right,
This industrial chain is well controlled by the allies, by the United States.
right, right. So it's not something they can just. They could take the land, but they can't take those connections. They can't take that supply chain. Uh, it's a supply chain and it's a manufacturing process that could happen. It could happen in Taiwan. It could happen in the United States, in Canada, in Germany. It could happen anywhere in the world because those business connections are not controlled by China. They might have some influence just because of the economic connections between China and Taiwan because those exist, but China doesn't have a way to force that same quality and that same chip production capability over to their side. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
perfectly.
Okay. Very good. Well, let's see. We have another question that was left in chat. It's also from Mish Ashdown. Is there major divisions within mainland China? So I guess uh, I guess that's kind of a complex question because you know there's a lot of groups in China. We could talk about not aside from Taiwan and China's obsession with trying to invade Taiwan. We could talk about Tibetans. We could talk about Uyghurs. We could talk about Inner Mongolia. How would you answer this? I guess about
Yeah,
the
yeah.
level of divisions.
For the like political, the upper structure of political is united by Xi Jinping. It's totally united. So there will be no division in China, but in the under level, like they are not refugees, but they are the people, the population who can't be controlled by the government, like some gangs, some people like refugees, people like refugees.
Right.
Yeah, the police system can't control all of the land and population in China, so there are millions of them that can't be controlled, and they are doing very bad things in China, like they will kidnap women and locked in the village and share with all the men in the village. They will do shit like that, and they will eat humans, cannibalism.
Oh wow, wait, hold on. Who would do cannibalism?
Those people, they eat people
Wait, which part?
when
Where?
they don't.
Oh, just in
Just in
general.
China, there are many
Uh-huh.
different places that
Oh yeah.
there will be some like videos released that in their school they have like some like I think it's here eyeballs here and in their dishes. Suddenly happen in their dishes or some hands or skins.
Oh, I see what you mean. So there's a lot of issues in China, including situations like that, just all across the
So
country.
these people, because most of the well-educated people or the middle class people,
Hmm.
they're afraid of these people. They're afraid of this refugee army to eat them, to destroy their life. So that's why they support the Communist Party.
So the country that's supposed to be communist and supposed to be classless, no classes, they're very scared of different classes of people.
I mean, they live like animals, so it's understandable that they're afraid.
Oh, I see. Okay. So I see what you're saying. So there's a big divide, a big difference between different people in China. Okay, so that answers the question. Um, all right. So what else have we got? Let's go back to uh Taiwanese citizens launching a recall effort to restructure the legislature. What's going on with that?
May you repeat again?
Oh,
Sorry.
uh Taiwan citizens launching recall efforts to restructure the legislature.
Yes, yes. And due to the opposition, they cut most of the budget in the government. They want to paralyze our government, so we want to change the parliament structure. So we have many, how do you say, recall. Yeah, we hold the big recall for the legislators.
Mm.
I think thousands of them. Yeah, we work in every county, every city for the recall. Yeah, we did the petition. We will vote. We will vote very soon. We want to rescue our country.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. So, with that being said, um, the recall efforts for the legislature. Tell us a little bit about why people want to restructure the legislature. What are the big problems right now with it?
Because there are two parties in the opposition. One is Kuomintang. Kuomintang is the major pro-China party, and another is TPP, is Taiwan People's Party.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and DPP is a new party, and before the election, people will think they are kind of neutral position. But after the election in the parliament, they acting support the KMT, support the pro-Chinese, the pro-China policy extremely. Like
Mm.
they change. Probably they are controlled by the CCP. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, I see. So
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 some
there's
people just realize, wow, they vote the wrong guy. So they're doing the recall.
I see. So there's a lot of there's not very much trust for the parties in the legislature. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay. Uh, now what are some shifts in the international dynamics with Taiwan? Japan, South Korea, United States. What are some changes in international relationships with Taiwan?
Yeah. First is in Korea. The Korean president is not in a good shape now, and his declaration of martial laws, his failure of declaration, it's it's like impacting us, like that us will be reluctant for using the tool of the martial law. Yes, to protect the state before the invasion.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. It's like the people will not tolerate the martial law in the Pacific time. Yeah, Pacific period.
okay, I gotcha. Well, um, it reminds me, it's not even close to the same, not at all. But what it reminds me of is some people who don't know a lot about history in Korea or in Taiwan or even in Japan at different periods of history. Um, Martial law, especially when it gets out of control, um, you know, I'm sure you know very well from the history. Taiwan has a very, not even with the communist government, with the Republic of China government, a very negative experience with martial law from a few decades ago. And of course, there's been that problem in the past. South Korea had kind of a similar issue early on after the separation of the North and South after the Korean War. So I guess you could say that there's a big sensitivity to that kind of thing in the whole area. Do you want to tell us a little bit about some of what Taiwan has gone through, some similarities and differences with other countries like Korea?
Uh,
Sorry, maybe I went a little
I,
fast.
yeah, yeah. In in Korea, they have martial laws like in very few months or years, but they are also use martial law to against communism and to keep the authoritarian regime.
Hmm.
But in Taiwan, we have decades of period in martial law, and of course, uh, for uh, the martial law run for decades can't be so strictly, but the authoritarian government will like cherry picking what they want to do during the martial law period. So they just freeze the constitution. They use the
Mm.
martial law to freeze the constitution to maintain their authoritarian regime. Yeah.
Gotcha. So,
And the difference between Taiwan and Korean martial law is the Korean martial law is running by Koreans, but
mhm.
Taiwanese martial law is running by Chinese.
Right, right. For
So they,
yeah,
they will oppress the local elites, political elites, and oppress the Taiwanese language, something like that.
yeah. And for anyone who's unfamiliar, when saying that it's not Chinese as in the communist Chinese government, it's because in Taiwan the government is called the Republic of China, and uh, officially the government there claims to be the real version of China, even though that's changed. Opinions of that have changed a lot over the years, maybe, but that's the official stance. And like China, Taiwan has a lot of diversity. You have a lot of different people groups. So you have people who are ethnically Chinese, and when I say that, I mean usually ethnically Han Chinese. And you have people who are ethnically Taiwanese, ethnically um, part of several other groups, several other native groups and tribal groups of the area. So there's not just one. When we say Taiwanese, there's not just one group of Taiwanese people. There are many different people in Taiwan. So sorry. I know I wanted to explain that. But oh, we have a question here from Nurse Sean. Is it true? Hold on. Let me make sure. I have to go. I need to go buy a Mac sometime soon. I am so done with using Windows. Uh, these volume issues would be fixed if I were using a Mac. Anyway, is it true to say China fears Taiwan representing a government that still has standing to govern the mainland? So by that they mean the Republic of China government. In that there was a civil war and the nationalists never lost, but just retreated. I mean, I think we talked about that a little earlier in the show, but I think, yeah, you mentioned already that you'd say that's a big part of it. They see the Republic of China as a threat that, um, you know, whenever big problems happen for the communists in China, they don't want the Republic of China government to challenge the People's Republic of China government and try to replace them or take part of the mainland back. So I guess, yeah, um,
Yeah.
we covered.
In theory, this is the biggest threat for Taiwanese, not for CCP, because China can just be democratized and to happily be the part of Republic of China, and they have democratic election, and the Chinese can win by their massive population, overthrow Taiwanese.
Right.
So they
Right.
can do that in theory, but in this transition, in practical, and it will be very difficult to do that transition.
Yeah. No. It's. I mean, that's one part of it, I guess. But the bigger concern, I think, would just be, you know, controlling Taiwan would mean that China, kind of like uh, taking Crimea for Russia, occupy illegally. Let me add that. I always add that. Illegally occupying Crimea helped Russia a lot to have more control than it did before of the Black Sea. Controlling Taiwan, illegally occupying Taiwan, would give Communist China, the People's Republic of China, more power, more control over the South China Sea. And not just that, but also other, a foothold to other trade routes, basically stronger claims over the Nine Dash Line that they call, um, military bases. There's a lot of different reasons. Like I said before, we could go down the reasons all day long for why China wants to invade. Um, okay, good. So we are almost an hour and a half into this, and Well, we got at least one donation, so that's good. That's good. And sometimes that's how it is. Sometimes there's a lot of viewers and a lot of donations. Sometimes there's a few. But I'm going to keep doing this fundraiser for these radios, just like the fundraisers we've been doing for Ukrainian soldiers. So I'll be sure to include. We're still going to have our stream tomorrow for Ukraine, like we always do. So be sure to be here for that, everybody. Um, but yeah, I guess before we get going, do you have anything else that you want to tell people or you want to talk about, Kíng-Bûn?
Yeah, we can talk about how Donald Trump's chips policy.
Oh yes, that's a good one. That's a big topic. Okay, where do you want to start with Donald Trump?
Yeah, and like in recent days, that Donald Trump said he will raise the tariff for Taiwanese chip to bring those industry back to United States.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, this happened before, in Biden's period, that the TSMC hold like big factory in United States,
Hmm.
and they faced issues that they need to employ Taiwanese from Taiwan to go to United States to operate their business. I mean,
He just has been wanting to tariff Taiwan, tariff China, tariff
like in
Mexico,
Biden's period, they
Canada.
have factory in United States. They have to hire massive Taiwanese engineers to go to United States to operate that factory
Yeah,
in United States.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
because TSMC can't like they can used to the Americans is the expect how to say expectation for work.
yeah. Oh, and we have a.
I mean,
Oh,
me neither. They're working in hundreds of hours for a month.
yeah,
I mean, they live in crazy situation.
yeah,
I can't tolerate that industry neither.
yeah,
But many of Chinese engineers, they are happily to do that work.
yeah. Well, the interesting thing though is since we're talking about Trump and uh, did you see news about the what's the good word to use? Not internal, not like civil war, political war, but like the arguments, the fighting back and forth between Elon Musk, Ramaswamy, and other Trump allies in the American government.
Oh, are they fighting each other?
Yes, they're having a lot of arguments about. So Elon Musk. I don't like him as a person, but he's a businessman. He's a businessman, yeah. And so is Vivek Ramaswamy. I'm fairly certain he owns a few businesses. I'm pretty sure, not just a politician. And both of them are immigrants. They came to the United
Yeah,
States, and their families originally are from South Africa and from
yeah,
India, respectively. So they're one part of the Trump ally groups that want to allow paperwork for skilled immigrants like doctors, engineers, programmers, people who are very important for any country's economy, yeah? To bring more of them to the U.S. and let uh, blue collar skill. So that's a term for uh, jobs that usually don't require a college degree. Have less of them come to the United States. But then there's another part of Donald Trump's circle who says, no, we don't want anyone. We don't care if we don't have enough engineers. We don't care if we fall behind China and other countries just get everyone out. Everyone who's not born here leaves, and so they want to stop people like engineers from coming to America. So it's been this big argument back and forth that it's been crazy to see in the news. So I don't know which side will
Yeah,
win, but I imagine eventually Elon Musk and others who want skilled workers to come to America will win, but that's been a big fight they've been having.
yeah, and moreover, Trump said that Taiwanese should pay for U.S. protection, and we are happy for that. Because if we paid, and he have to serve, he have to do this service, right?
Hmm.
Or United States credit will collapse. It's for your credit.
I mean, here's the thing. Have you
So
looked?
we are happy for paying this.
Have you ever looked at Donald Trump's business record?
Yeah, that's another thing. But for the political aspect, we are happy for the payment.
Yeah, no, I was
Yeah,
just making a joke. He wants to run.
because we
Mhm.
don't have NATO's.
Yeah,
European can piss for the payment because they have
right.
NATO's.
Yeah, yeah,
They can just have the free ride for
yeah,
the protection, but we don't. So
yeah.
yeah, we need it. We need it. So
It's
we are not so. I mean, no matter who is the United States president, we
president.
will support it.
No, that makes sense, exactly. Because the most important thing is the defense of Taiwan. It doesn't matter if it's who it is. It could be Obama, it could be Bush, it could be Biden, or Kamala Harris, or Trump, or it could be a clown on a unicycle. It doesn't matter. Whoever is
And
it.
for the debate for United States support at abort,
Yeah.
like Donald Trump's group, they said that they have to stop the Ukrainians like ad because they want to weaponize Taiwan. They said that before.
Mm,
So, but yeah, they made the thing that the thing that protects Taiwan is not United States weapon. It's United States credit.
yeah.
Yeah, to destroy anyone who want to ruin the rule. That's the credit is the thing protects Taiwan, not the weapons.
Mm, true.
Because like Chinese, CCP, Putin, they are all opportunists. They just want to try it. So United States must to teach them.
Yeah.
Never dare to try.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Well, and that's why we want to keep strong relationships between Americans, Taiwanese, Ukrainians, all people who care about peace, democracy, and you know uh, being able to live in their country without authoritarianism, any kind. It can be far left communist, like China. It can be far right, you know, fascist or oligarchy. At the end of the day, what's most important is protecting lives, protecting peace, protecting democracy, the right to choose things. Um, and I want to thank you for the work that you do in your country to make sure that is what happens for Taiwan.
I want to thank you too, because Ukrainians war is very encourage Taiwanese people. There are many Taiwanese volunteers go to Ukraine and work in the army and work in the like NPOs,
Hmm.
and they got very good reputations when they come back because people are concerned how to fight bigger threats,
Yeah,
bigger evil empire. People concerned this, and Ukrainian really encourage our people, so we support Ukraine.
yeah, absolutely. All right. So, you know, especially since I had to rush to get things put together for our stream. Sorry about that, but we got a donation. We are started, and we'll keep fundraising until we get to the 500 for the radios. Um, and yeah, I'll keep you updated as we get more donations over time. When we do finish and you get the radios, just send me some pictures and a video of them arriving or
Yes,
of you
yes.
using them, and we'll be sure to show everyone, share that with everyone so they can see.
Yeah, I will do that. I will do that.
All right, perfect. So I don't think I see any more questions. Let me last call for anyone who's watching. If you have questions you want to ask, because I don't see any in the questions area, and I don't see any new comments right now. And the focus is about Taiwan right now, but it can it can be about anything. It could be questions about the U.S. It can be questions about Ukraine, the war in Ukraine. Um, so last call. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. All right. So, uh, I guess what's a good? Oh, you know what? I have an idea. How about we show everyone the uh, the video for Formosan Guard that we have um, from a while back, from like that we made a while back. Um,
I can make a new one.
oh no, I mean I can share it too. Either way, because I mean from your side, actually, hold on. Yeah, let me share it from my side. I think that'll make it easier. Um,
I can
yeah.
show pictures.
Oh, some pictures. Oh yeah. Okay. Let me know when
Yes,
you're
yes.
ready.
I can just show it.
Okay. Ah,
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah.
So what's this picture of?
So these are our training, and we talk about how how this relief system work. So these are our trainees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and let's move on. And yeah, this is how the shelter management, like how to have division between elders, or uh, like you put the resources area,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Yeah.
So these are the shelters management, and these are the CPR stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and these are tornades, bandage, those first aid kits. That's how we operate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yep, this is how they're operating. The tourniquet. Yep. And land. Let's see. This is the planning. They are planning to face the disaster. So they put their ideas on the whiteboard, and then they will have different groups. Okay, so this is how you move people when they're sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
when they're lying. Okay, when they can't move.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is the map of this area, and people will have different groups to do different stuff, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So then they will move on in this area. Yeah, this is how we did.
Okay. So it's a lot of medical, like emergency medical training, a lot of how to respond to a crisis when people might need life-saving care.
Yeah, yeah, and the community empowerment. Yes,
Mm. Okay. Very good.
yeah, and then I will show the show another. So this is the thing that in exhibition. So this kids comes. So yeah, you can see it. Yes. I will continue. Yeah. So we play this. Yeah, with the kids, and there are several different events there. Yeah. So when the kids have a line here, and we can talk with the parents to join the training we have. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah.
All right. Very good. Well, thank you for sharing. And oh, oops, sorry. I accidentally I accidentally clicked you off for a second. Um, but yeah, thank you for sharing, and very good to know that you're covering all of that work over there. Because yeah, at the end of the day, I think that uh, I think it's very good for people to be self-reliant and to be able to form groups, um, you know, with or without their government to help themselves. I've been part of several groups like that in the past. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining us. Do you have any? Oh, actually, before we finish, do you have anything else that you want to talk about or bring up?
No.
Okay. Perfect. Well, then I guess in closing, thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you for standing with Ukraine. Thank you for standing with Taiwan. Thank you for standing with every country. Honestly, if 2 years from now, without permission, illegally, there are, I'm not going to name any particular country, but I think we all know which one. If there are foreign soldiers in Greenland, I hope there are people here who will take a stand against that. Wink, wink. Big wink, wink. But any form of tyranny, whether it's an invasion from China, an invasion from Russia, or an invasion from any other country against peaceful, democratic people who are just trying to live their lives. We stand against all of that here at Tridents Against Tyrants, and just want to say thank you to everyone for being here. Slava Ukraini, Slava Taiwan, and yeah, what would be an equivalent? Because Slava Ukraini is like glory or victory to Ukraine. What's in Taiwanese kind of a similar phrase for Taiwan? Is there any
Mansoy.
Mansoy? What does Mansoy translate to?
It's like Bansai.
Oh, it's like Banzai. Okay, so it's like the Taiwanese version of Banzai. Okay.
Yeah.
Do people still use it?
Yeah. Like Taiwan independence Mansoy. Yeah.
Mansoy. Okay. Well then, Slava Ukraini, Mansoy, and victory to the free people of the world, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.